Hello and welcome everyone. In this video we'll be covering how to correctly ship an item to your client. So we have this camera that just actually sold and I have to ship it to my client right now. And the best thing for you to do is to get everything ready. First thing is you need to pick the correct box that the item itself is going to go into. So you want to make sure the box itself is bigger, a lot bigger than the item that you're shipping. Next we have to go and pack this item, and one of the things I want to do is to make sure it goes back in. So you have to press on something in here. There's always a mechanism that closes them up. Here we go. And this one seems to be working. I closed it up. And now what I'm trying to do is to make sure it slides and closes. By closing the whole thing in, it is less likely that the item will get damaged when I'm going to go and ship it. Make sure everything slides in. I was able to get this down. Next thing I'm going to be doing is closing it up. Because this thing hasn't been closed in such a long time. Might be a button right here that pushes it in too. It looks like the mechanism itself, everything is working. This went all the way down. That is a puzzle. There we go. Did something else here. Oh, that's the bottom that opens it up. Anyway, maybe this is the best that I can close it. That's how it goes up. And goes down. I think I see how it goes. Oh, a little bit down, just to push this down a bit. There we go. Got it. Awesome. So I put it back in right here. Next thing I'm going to be doing is packing everything in the box itself. So that's the first thing I'll be doing. Opening the box. And the first thing I want to do is make sure this doesn't break in there. So I'm getting the bubble packs for it. And the bubble pack right now. There we go. Putting it up. And putting it right in. It's a little bit too tight, so don't put too much in there. It's always to overestimate and underestimate the packing. Like this. Now, another thing you have to understand that this has the bulb flashes. So we're going to be removing one of the bulb flashes if we can. There we go. And this is the most likely thing to actually break. It almost did. Funny thing is I just said it might break and it fell down. So it looks like it's pretty steady actually. I'm surprised that it didn't break when it fell. So I'll keep one in here. Have two of them right here. And we don't want to definitely need this to happen again. So I have to have more packing to it. Go, another one. And I like to have a wide variety of different packing materials that I'm actually using. Because you never know which one you need. clearly this needs to be kept inside. So here's one. This one's going to go away down. This one can have the bubble fall. This one will be right here. So the inside of it has to be totally packed. That is very important. One thing you don't want to do is to hear it move when you're moving it. But now another thing, I wouldn't be actually locking this because it has a key here. And I don't know what's going to happen once I lock this. If I lock it up, it might never open again. And that's not a good thing. Especially when I'm sending it to a client. I don't have the key for it. The next thing I'm going to be doing is taking this, putting it inside this box. The box I'll be using. Of course, for the box, there is another thing I love to do. Peanuts. Love the peanuts. You should always have peanuts. This is a vital thing to have when you're shipping items. Putting it all the way on the bottom like this, it gives it a cushion so it doesn't break. Now this on itself, since I'm not going to be closing it, I need something to make sure it doesn't accidentally open up when it is going to be moving. Therefore, I'll be using this. Putting it right in here and closing it up right in. Next thing, and you can pack things any way you want. I'm just showing you a wide variety of ways to do it. This on the side. It keeps it from moving. You can also use peanuts too. But this is much cheaper. In case you don't want to spend money on peanuts, you can always use papers. And the top, we'll finish it off with a bunch of peanuts as well. Here you go. Now, looks like a masterpiece. Make sure it is all the way in. And now what we're going to be doing is using the masking tape. I highly recommend you use the eBay masking tape. And that's what we'll be doing to finishing this up. So let's put this in. Okay. And for all of you newbies who are just starting out with shipping items, make sure you always take a look and make sure there is no labels anywhere in here if you're using a package. Because the last thing you want is to have a shipping label, you're mailing it to one location and it accidentally goes to the wrong location. Now, I put just packing right here, but I want to make sure this thing doesn't accidentally open up. So next thing we'll be doing is taping the edges of this as well. Let's put this here. Make sure it is secured. So just like I told you guys, look what we have here. Some kind of a label. You gotta make sure you take them out. You definitely don't want this to be shipped to you accidentally. This label right here doesn't make that much of a difference, but I still would rather cover it up. Rather be safe than sorry. Okay, so now it is pretty much packed up, but sometimes you want to use extra roll of tape right in the middle so it doesn't accidentally open up. Next thing we'll be doing, this is very important, you want to balance it backwards. You want to take a look at the bottom of the package and you want to make sure it is secured. There's a lot of tape here, there's no way this thing will open up. Here is something, there's a little bit damage right here. So I have to go and close it with something, just in case. You don't want to have something like this show up or accidentally puncture the box itself. Other than that, this final inspection, looking at everything, I'm going to make sure this box is going to be totally fine in case it drops, in case anything happens. This looks like it has been taped everywhere, there's no other problems. And you want to just make sure it doesn't accidentally get opened a little bit up. So there we go. So this is pretty much it. The only thing I need to do next is to weigh the package, then ship the printing label. So I highly recommend for you to have a laser printer and a bunch of printing paper to ship the item instead of going every single time to the post office and get them to weigh the item and ship it. If you're doing high volume and you're sending a lot of packages, you want to do everything right here and then you can ship it to your clients. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and of course see you in another video.